Hello, my Africa. Hello, brothers and sisters. I have a confession over here of a traditional healer, all the way from Tanzania. And it seems that he migrated all the way from Tanzania to Botswana. He is in Botswana as I'm speaking to you right now. There was a bit of a language barrier because his English, I couldn't quite understand it then there, but at the end of the day, I understood what he was trying to say. So I'll try my best to translate of what he was saying, and I'll even put a short voice clip of how we were talking.
You have to give maybe like 10 cow, you understand? If you don't want it to kill, if you don't want to kill, sometimes you say, okay, fine, me, I have to pay money. This money is supposed to maybe like 200,000. You pay. So that those cows will be bought. After being bought, yourself also, you have to eat, you have to do what? If you can't do that, if you say, no, me, I like my money, I want to work it. So because that one, we put agreement with God, with those God, you understand? The ancestors, you understand? So if you never do that, they take your what? They take kid from your family.
That was the short voice clip of how he was telling me his confession and his ways, so that you can understand the rest of the story as I'll be narrating it. And the confession goes like this. You know, let me teach you something. Some people think that all of the witch doctors are evil all over the world. But the truth of the matter it is that not all are evil. Some use blood and some don't, like I do. Because in most cases, my rituals are not that complicated. But the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, the job will be done and the results that you want will be there. Because I had one client of mine, I remember back in 2008. He came to me crying because his business was falling down. What I mean by falling down, I mean that his business was declining. And the sad part of it is that it was a well-known restaurant around my village where I was staying. And the thing is that I was always hearing people always shouting inside of that restaurant every time I passed by. And I understood now better by seeing that owner of the restaurant coming to me asking for help. And as he was narrating the story of how his restaurant was declining, it is that he was always fighting with his employees because he was not paying them in time, and sometimes he would not pay them in that particular month because he did not have any money to pay them because of his restaurant was declining. And all I did was to ask him a question of that. Did he secure his restaurant? While I was still asking him that question, he did not answer me because he did not understand what I was talking about. But at the end, I explained my question thoroughly by asking him that did he use muti or herbal medicine to boost his business so that his business may boom and it may not decline as I was seeing it declining. And he answered me by telling me no, he did not use any herbal medicine to protect his business. And as soon as he answered my question, I laughed at him, but not really laughing like a small child, but just laughing at an elderly laugh to just show him that he was not serious. And as I was talking to him, I told him the rules and regulations of what is supposed to happen. And first of all, what I did was he had to pay for consultation fee first to show the gods that he is here and the gods should tell me what are his problems. Because one thing you should know about paying consultation fee, it is that as soon as you pay consultation fee, that money, it will show the gods that you are serious. And they'll show me what is happening to your life and your problems. As soon as that man paid for his consultation fee, I prophesied about how his problems started and how they should end. And I prophesy differently because I usually tell a person to rub his hands on his face 5 times, calling his ancestors. After rubbing your face 5 times on your forehead, you have to close your eyes and bow down and show me your hands while you are bowing down so that I can read your palm. And as I'm reading your palm is the one that will show me your past, your present, and the future. Those are the things that I do. And as soon as I finished prophesying that man, I told him in order for his business to come back in a better way or 10 times better, he should buy at least 5 to 10 cows And those cows, what will happen it is that after buying them, we need to slaughter them. What I mean by slaughtering cows, let me make an example. You buy 10 cows, 5 cows you slaughter them, and 5 cows we bury them in each corner of your business premises. And you do not just bury these cows normally. You bury these cows by looking at the north, then you dig, then you bury it alive, and you look at the south, and you dig and you bury it alive, and you look at the west and you dig and you bury it alive. Those are the rules and regulations of how you should do these rituals of business or boosting businesses. And after burying those cows, I will be giving you muti so that you can bath with it. After bathing with that water, that dirty water that you've used to bath with, you shouldn't just leave it to flow to the drain. You should take it and put it in a bottle. After putting it in a bottle, you have to take that bottle and go to your business premises around 1 o'clock in the night. At 1 o'clock in the night, you should take that dirty water in that bottle and you should pour it on the floor. After pouring it on the floor, you should mop with it. After mopping with that dirty water, what will happen it is that those spirits of the dead cows, they'll come to the center of the business premises. What I mean by the center is that since you have buried cows at the 4 corners of your business premises, the spirits will come to the center, because usually buildings, they are built in the middle of the premise. So the spirits will come all the way from the 4 corners and they'll come to the water where you have mopped with on the floor. After that, you should know that we need to do the final ritual. The final ritual, it is where I have to introduce you to the spirits of the waters. And those spirits of the waters, usually you have to go to the river around 8 in the night when it's quiet. And at that time, after arriving at the river, I will take you and we'll bow down. After bowing down, I'll take some of the water in the river and I'll pour you with it. After pouring you with that water, then we'll be done with the ritual. And as soon as I told that man of everything that has to be done, he agreed. And after we did the processes of how I was telling him of what is supposed to happen, after helping out that man, he went back to his business. Later, his business started booming. And as it was booming, he did one mistake that I forgot to tell him. He started going out and buying prostitutes and mistreating people because he was wealthy now. He didn't care about anyone but himself. And what you should know is that this money, when the ancestors, especially when they give you money, you shouldn't mistreat people. You should just lower down your standards and live a normal life. Because what you should know is that ancestors, they do not like seeing their blessings being misused. Because if you misuse your ancestors' blessings, your ancestors will take back their belongings. After a while, that man came back to me, crying and begging, telling me that his business is declining again because his workers now they are frustrating him because he cannot pay them like he used to. And I asked him a simple question again, that what did you use the money for? And he responded to me by telling me the whole truth, that he started buying prostitute, he started mistreating people in his community. And at that time, the problem was his ancestors were so angry at him because now he needed to pay money. For an example, if 10 cows are equivalent to 200,000, he needed to remove that 200,000 and give it to me to please the ancestors back. Because usually when these things happen, I can negotiate nicely back with your ancestors so that your ancestors can open your doors again. But don't get me wrong over here. Let me tell you something. For an example, after me helping you out with Muti to boost your business, if you make around 50,000 USD, you have to remove 5% of what you are making in your business and bring it to me to just show your loyalty to me and the shrine. Because if you don't do so, your relatives, for an example, or your children will start dying each and every year. The gods of my shrines will not be happy of what you are doing, because like I said, you have to be committed to my shrine by giving out 5% of your profit to please the gods of the shrine. And that's why I end the confession. I ended it up here because I'm kind of tired, because it would take around 25 minutes to do. But at the end of the day, I hope you understood everything that he was talking about. Thank you for listening. Take care and God bless.